When Paramount Plus announced Landman, the Taylor Sheridan-created drama set in the gritty and high-stakes world of West Texas oil fields, the entertainment industry knew it was going to be big. Sheridan's shows Yellowstone, 1923, Tulsa King have mastered the art of blending high drama with rugged Americana. But no one quite expected the soundtrack for Landman to become one of its biggest talking points, especially now that it's been revealed that Oscar-winning actor and acclaimed musician Billy Bob Thornton and country rock veteran Mark Collie not only contributed but co-wrote and produced songs exclusively for the series. This revelation cements Landman as more than just another prestige television drama. It positions the show as a cultural event where storytelling bleeds into the music, and the music becomes a character in itself. Thornton and Collie's involvement brings authenticity, grit, and soul to a soundtrack that promises to resonate long after the credits roll. In this exclusive deep dive, we explore how the Landman soundtrack came to be, the unique chemistry between Thornton and Collie, and why this musical collaboration may redefine how television soundtracks are created in the streaming era. The world of Landman, why music matters. Set against the boom and bust cycle of Texas oil drilling, Landman explores greed, ambition, and survival in one of America's most volatile industries. Thornton stars as Tommy Norris, a veteran oil worker who's seen it all: corruption, environmental battles, and the clash between old-school roughnecks and tech-driven newcomers. Sheridan has always known that music is not just background filler but a storytelling device. Think about the dusty ballads in Yellowstone that carry the weight of Montana's open skies, or the brooding country rock tunes in Mayor of Kingstown that reflect the desperation of a crumbling city. For Landman, the music had to capture something raw: the clash of man and nature, the pursuit of fortune at any cost, and the loneliness of a life spent chasing oil beneath the earth's surface. That's where Thornton and Collie came in. Billy Bob Thornton, the actor, the storyteller, the musician. Billy Bob Thornton is no stranger to music. Long before his Academy Award win for writing Sling Blade or his acclaimed performances in Fargo and Goliath, Thornton was a drummer in Arkansas dreaming of rock stardom. Over the decades, he's released solo albums, collaborated with legends, and found his groove as the frontman of the Boxmasters, a band that blends 1960s rock with Americana storytelling. For Thornton, music has always been as vital as acting. He once said, "Movies are storytelling with pictures, but songs are storytelling with your soul." That ethos makes him the perfect candidate to help shape the soundscape of Landman. Thornton's voice, weathered, soulful, and deeply authentic, matches the character of Tommy Norris. But more importantly, his musical instincts bring a narrative sensibility that ensures each track in the soundtrack isn't just a song, but a continuation of the story. Mark Collie, Nashville's rebel spirit. Mark Collie, meanwhile, is a Nashville icon who built his career on blurring the line between traditional country and outlaw rock. Known for hits like "Even the Man in the Moon is Cryin'" and "Born to Love You," Collie's career has spanned decades, including songwriting for George Strait, Tim McGraw, and Garth Brooks. But Collie isn't just a hitmaker, he's a storyteller. His work has always carried an edge, informed by his Tennessee roots and his love of authenticity in music. Beyond country stardom, he's also acted, appearing in The Punisher alongside John Travolta, and produced records that spotlight his gift for capturing grit and heart. In many ways, Collie's career mirrors the world of Landman, resilient, rough, and deeply tied to working-class American stories. His presence on the soundtrack ensures a sense of roots authenticity that no polished Nashville studio act could replicate. The collaboration, Thornton meets Collie. Thornton and Collie's friendship stretches back years. Both have orbited the same circles: actors who straddle music, musicians who thrive on storytelling. What makes their collaboration unique is their shared love for raw, lived-in narratives. When Sheridan approached Thornton about starring in Landman, the conversation naturally turned to music. Thornton reportedly suggested that the show's authenticity would be heightened by songs created specifically for its world. Sheridan, who has always embraced collaborations with musicians, Lainey Wilson's breakout role in Yellowstone being a prime example, gave Thornton the green light. That's when Thornton called Collie. The two locked themselves in a Nashville studio, armed with guitars, notebooks, and a vision. Their mission wasn't to write radio hits, it was to create songs that sounded like they were born in the oil fields themselves. They wanted the music to feel dusty, hard-earned, and emotionally heavy, mirroring the lives of the characters in Landman. Crafting the sound of Landman. So, what does the Landman soundtrack actually sound like? Early insiders describe it as a mix of country blues grit, outlaw swagger, and introspective balladry. Thornton and Collie leaned on acoustic guitars, dobro, and harmonica, but also infused electric riffs that echo the industrial hum of oil rigs. Several tracks are said to be character-driven, songs that could have been written by the characters themselves. One rumored standout, Black Gold Blues, co-written by Thornton and Collie, is a dirge about the curse of chasing fortune underground. Another track, Boomtown Ghosts, captures the fleeting nature of oil booms, where fortunes rise and fall overnight, leaving ghost towns behind. Rather than slick studio polish, Thornton and Collie insisted on recording with a live band to capture the raw imperfections of real performances. That choice mirrors the show's ethos, gritty realism over Hollywood gloss. Behind the scenes, music is a character. The decision to involve Thornton and Collie wasn't just a creative flourish, it was a strategic move. Sheridan wanted the music to act almost like a character, something that could deepen the show's emotional stakes. In one episode, a Thornton Collie track plays over a montage of oil rigs drilling as workers trudge home covered in grime. In another, a stripped-down acoustic ballad underscores a character's moral conflict. The music isn't just filler, it's narrative glue. Paramount Plus executives reportedly see the soundtrack as a potential standalone success, much like Yellowstone's ability to launch country artists into mainstream fame. With Thornton and Collie's names attached, industry insiders predict the Landman soundtrack could climb charts far beyond television tie-in status. The legacy of actor-musician soundtracks. This collaboration also taps into a rich tradition of actor-musicians shaping soundtracks. Think of Chris Christopherson in A Star Is Born, or Jared Leto's band 30 Seconds to Mars building cinematic soundscapes. But Thornton and Collie's work is different. It's not actors dabbling in music or musicians dabbling in acting, it's a fusion of two men who have lived authentically in both worlds. The result is a soundtrack that isn't just complimentary, it's essential. Fan reactions, anticipation at a fever pitch. Since news of Thornton and Collie's involvement leaked, fans have flooded forums and social media with excitement. If Billy Bob Thornton is writing songs for this show, I'm in. Dude's a genius storyteller in any medium. Twitter fan. Mark Collie is so underrated. Him teaming up with Billy Bob. That's outlaw gold. Reddit comment. Country music fans, TV buffs, and Sheridan loyalists alike are buzzing about how this soundtrack could redefine TV music. Industry impact. The Sheridan effect. Taylor Sheridan has a knack for creating cultural phenomena. He turned Yellowstone into the most watched drama on cable, revived interest in Americana music, and made cowboy hats cool again. With Landman, he's poised to do the same for Texas oilfield culture, and now, potentially, for actor-musician collaborations in TV. If the Landman soundtrack becomes a hit, we may see a trend where more shows tap authentic artists, even cast members, to shape their musical DNA. Conclusion. A soundtrack that digs deep. At its core, Landman is about digging into the earth, into ambition, into human resilience. The soundtrack, shaped by Billy Bob Thornton and Mark Collie, mirrors that excavation. It digs into the soul of the story, pulling out songs that feel as rugged and volatile as the oilfields themselves. This is more than a soundtrack, it's an extension of Sheridan's storytelling universe. It's music born from grit, forged in friendship, and destined to echo far beyond television. As Thornton himself might say, it's not just music for a show, it's music for a way of life. And with Thornton and Collie at the helm, Landman isn't just striking oil. It's striking gold.